Welcome to the playback. No, we don't need that. That's there. I'm going to let Facebook catch up and get out under notifications before I start. Down there. Okay, tonight we are going to make a Valentine's Day shadow box. We are going to use a couple of our little, what are they called? Sprinkled with Love. They are like little 2x2 squares. I haven't used them yet. I have marked on the back where each one goes. So we'll have to cut. We're going to use the Happy Valentine's Day and the Hugs and Kisses. I'm going to go ahead and cut these. And when I cut mine, I don't cut the backer with it. I just cut the transfer itself. And that way the backer stays intact and I can use it, and it all goes back into this instead of cutting them into individuals and have them, they kind of get everywhere. You lose some sometimes that way. The only time I cut them off the backers when they're like these ones, these little 2x2s, is when I'm putting my sample kits together. Because these are the little transfers I put in there. I love that sound. Last Friday I forgot to come on. With the holidays it kind of screws me up, and I had Wednesday off and went back to work, and going back to work Christmas and then going back to work, it was like Monday, Tuesday, and then it was actually Friday, and I didn't really realize it till this Monday, that I had forgotten to go on there. So I apologize if anybody was expecting me to be on there. Okay, so I got those cut, the two that I need cut. So what we're going to do is, I got this little shadow box at the Dollar Tree. So, $1. This is just some cardstock I had bought a couple years ago. And it's marbled paper pad. I know the light is awful. There we go. And it's just marbled paper. My light. Let's see if I can turn that light off, if it'll help. Might be too dark now though. I don't know. So anyway, I went ahead and grabbed a pink marbled. I went ahead and this shadow box, when I got it, it came with these little gold stars. See them in there. So, and every now and then one falls out. It kind of got inside there. So we may have one fall out as we're doing this, but so we'll just take this back off. Maybe. I just took, this is where you would actually put pictures in your shadow box. We're not doing pictures. So what I did was I took this, I laid it down, I put pencil mark around so I'd know how much I needed to cut off. I already have scissors, so we'll go ahead and cut that along the, I know, my lighting here is so bad. I don't know if you can see or not, probably not. I apologize, I do not have studio lighting, and it always seems like the light over there wants to glare off at everything. So we're going to chalk on the actual paper itself, and we're going to chalk on the glass front. I'm going to keep these because I can use those with card making. So I'm going to put the little shadow box over here for a second. And then we are going to, found these at the Dollar Tree too, in the craft area. They're pink. And we're just going to use probably about this much. It's not going to be very much because it's a small shadow box. And then the stars that came out of it, I got them in the bag. I will use them for another project another time. Paper. I don't care what kind of paper it is, I always wax. Even with the highest quality paper I get, I prefer to wax. I don't want my transfer sticking to the paper. I don't want to ruin my transfer. I don't want to ruin my project. So, I'll just get a paper towel here. And I just use Min Wax, the finishing paste, and the natural. There we go. I just get a little bit on there, and then we're just going to rub it just enough to put a coating, so when I put that transfer down, it doesn't stick to the paper. And it dries clear. It goes on a little bit of a brownish color, but it does dry clear. So I mean, you can't really tell. Not that you could tell anyway because of the lights, but so go ahead and put the wax away. That away. Okay, what we are going to do. So this will be in the upper corner of the shadow box, and then we'll have the pink ball foam balls down here, and then the hugs and kisses I'm going to do in the back corner of on the glass part. So, and we're going to do it all in a black chalk paint because paste. I just think black and pink together they're like a marriage. They go together. I like them. So we're going to put go over there. And I'm going to bring it down just a touch. It's a word I use, touch. So we're going to bring that down because it's going to be in the shadow box. We want it to be able to see it, but we don't want it to be covered up with the balls. So I'm just going to, it looks a little crooked to me, so see how easily that came off with the waxing it. Okay. So I'm going to mix up my paste. I went through on New Year's Day. I spent most of the morning on New Year's Day going through my paste. Oops. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this drawer is filled with paste. And each one you see here is double stacked. So I got a lot of paste, and that's a lot of stirring and a lot of putting some water in and moisturing and making sure they're all perfect and ready to go for the new year. But this is an investment. You don't want to dry it out. And I had one about 3 months ago, and I went to use it, and it was a brick. It was completely dried. It was a brick. I use it today because I was able to, it doesn't matter how hard or how dried out it gets, you can always get it back to usable. Usually I just put hot water in it, let it sit for a little bit, dump the hot water out, try to push it, like poke holes in it, more hot water in it, let that sit for a while. And then you can even, I've had people say they've microwaved before. I've never stuck mine in a microwave. I'm not saying you can't. I've never tried it. But again, with the hot water, and then after the hot water, I put a little bit of, spray it with some water, let it sit for a while, and when you just keep working at it, it takes a while. I mean, it's not something that's going to just come right out of it in an hour. And, you got to work at it, but you don't want to have to rebuy the paste if you don't need to. Okay, here we go. Get that out of the way. I'm just moving this across the silk screen where you see the words. Those are silk screen, a little tiny netting. It's going inside of those, so when I pull it up, it will get those lines out of there. It will leave it on the project, on the card. There we go. With my finger. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, get my shadow box over here. Open up my little balls here. Again, I got these at the Dollar Tree. They had them in the pink, green, like a lime green, like a, not quite a bright light green, but a light green, and then white. I have a ton of white because I used obviously a lot of them. If my shadow box is at Christmas time for snow, but I made a hole in there, so I gotta be careful. So I went ahead and got this color. Okay, well, I just put a hole in it. You can see it's going everywhere. So I gotta be uber careful here now. Runaway ball. The thing about these balls, they will fly everywhere. Okay. Okay, that looks dry, so we're going to go ahead and put that on the, put this back on. This doesn't have like a little stand or anything, so it doesn't matter which way it's going. So far, see the balls in there. So we're going to go ahead and put our Hugs and Kisses I need to fuzz this because this is glass. Fuzz, fuzz, fuzz. This is our fuzzing towel. You've probably seen it before, but the fuzzing side is always the side where the tag is on. And all that does is put some fuzz on the back of the transfer so it protects it between for pulling it up so it don't stretch. Because with glass and metal, metal, slate, all that kind of stuff, even wood sometimes, but it can stick when it doesn't want to come up. And if you pull too hard, trying to pull it up, you can stretch out the silk screen or even tear it. You know, and these are an investment. These transfers are an investment when you buy them, so you want to take care of them. And I'm just going to do everything in black. Normally, sometimes I would just try to do the hearts in red, but with the pink background, I really don't, I don't want to put red. I want to put black so it'll pop off of this like it should. This, I'm just going to pull it back down. I'm going to pull my excess off of there. Okay. Make sure my fingers are all clean. The ball's stuck to the side there. Now they're like static clean. Okay. So there you go. Happy Valentine's Day. Hugs and kisses. Pretty cool. So this box, with the box was $1. The chalk, I probably spent I probably used maybe not even 10 cents, maybe 10 cents with the chalk. $1 for the bag of pink balls, and I still have almost a full bag left. I used probably maybe an eighth of it, if that. You can put more in there, but if you get more in there, then it takes away from the box. So you're looking at maybe $1.50 for a really cute gift, Valentine's Day gift. Like I said, there you go. If you want to count the paper that was in the back, I had it back there, but you could use any kind of cardstock that you have on hand, or any kind of pink tissue paper, or anything like that. You really can't chalk on tissue, but you could chalk on the glass for both of them. But I like the fact that this kind of gives it a three-dimensional, because one's inside, one's outside. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back. I will be back Friday. Next Friday. Sorry. I'm trying to do two things at once. My brain can't handle that. So, I hope you enjoyed this project. I will talk to you guys and see you guys next Friday for another fun little crafty project. Have a great day. Have a good night. God bless. Be kind to one another.